It's too bad. I think someone might be building a house nearby, or maybe renovating, building a deck, who knows. In any case, other than that, it's peaceful as usual. If you hear a gunshot, that's because there is a gun club around the corner. I don't mind hearing gunshots because these are like hunters, so they belong to a club that's close by, and it just reminds me of my childhood with my uncles out in the forests and fields hunting when I was a kid, so it doesn't bother me. Anyway, this is the Thicket Bird Sanctuary path. I just came out here and trimmed everything. You might remember this in a video in the spring, about, I guess, in May, where all of this was white flowers. So I trimmed it, so hopefully next spring it'll be even better. But it's still very private, so I love this little secret, secluded, shady path. But today I have done something brand new to show you. You won't really understand until I start pointing things out to you, because it's very, well, secretive, I guess. So this is this is a secret path, but this is a secret little special yard space way up, far from our house, about almost midway up our mountain. So I decided, well, here's what happened. A friend of mine gave me a bunch of random pieces of rust. Extremely random pieces. And he says, "You want this rust?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Because I do love rust. My husband and I both love rust. And the older the better. So I had decided to have a rust garden in a completely different spot. And then I thought about it and I was like, I don't really like this spot anymore. I think I'm going to change my plan. So this is so much better than my original plan. And everything just fits in with nature. Everything's brown, so you don't see it. It's pretty inconspicuous. So I'll start showing you some of the small items first. Well, this one's not that small, but this is definitely one of my favorites. And I just stuck it into an old tree trunk. It kind of marks the edge of the path that we just came out of and the whole garden area. So over here, it's hard to find places for small things, so most of them are sort of hung on trees. There's a hook. And over here, there's a cedar tree. I'm not sure what kind of tool that is, but it has a hook on the end. These beautiful swirls, like a drill. So I'm not sure what that is. Then on the other side is an old combination lock. Actually, this is going to be a larger piece, which I really, really like. It's the biggest piece, I think. Here's some more small ones. Think railroad. And look at these really nice patterns that slugs, snails, and such have made on this old firewood. And the beautiful moss. And then two of these, some sort of cranks for a machine. Not sure, but they do have handles, so it looks like you have to turn them. They sure look nice on the moss. And then this funny thing, I'm not sure what that is, some kind of connector. Okay, then we go back to trees. It has a really sharp piece on it. It's kind of like a buckle, but I'm not sure. And then looks like some pliers. And, oh yeah, forgot about this interesting piece. It's like a piece of a pulley, I'm not sure. And then over here, it's just a flat piece of iron that could pass for a rock. Then, let's see, where should I take you next? Oh, the log. This big log has some sort of tractor plow thing. It's very small, but looks like it has to be attached to something. And then huge rusty chains that I tucked under the moss. And whatever that thing is. Then this big circle piece I really like. It fit perfectly between those two trees. And what I'm really proud of, took a long time-consuming, difficult task, and I did not use a ladder, is this sort of S-shaped piece of rusty metal that is just a piece of rusty metal, basically. And I used a pitchfork to get it up there. It's really a great letter S. So I'm very pleased with that. And then 2 more things to show you. Speaking of hanging things, let me see if I can get out of the sun. 2 circles in the tree. Not sure you can see it with the sun beating down so much. Let me back up in the shade. Yeah, you can sort of see them better in the from the shady area. There's one. And then there's the second one. And they are just balancing on their own. I just hung them where they wanted to be hung. It's not like I had a choice much. And the cicadas are singing as of this week. They have just started. I'm so excited. There's the S from a distance. Doesn't look like an S from this angle. Now for the one on the ground. This rock outcrop was already here, so I decided to work with it. As you can see, there's some really big stakes and what appears to be a water meter cover. It's hard to read it with those stones in the way, but that's what it says, water. So we have gas and water in this art garden. Anyway, I'm very pleased with it because it's inconspicuous, quiet. It's a great place to just sit and do nothing but meditate and enjoy the so green, lush. Smells good. The trees are so tall. Serious forest bathing going on here. I've been having a great time. In fact, I'm gonna go walk over here for a second and then I'm gonna turn around. In 2013, I think it was, we decided that this was the property we wanted because of this grassy area, the view, and just, it was just so quiet and so perfect. And then our property goes all the way up there. And I built a lot of trails that go up there. You can see that in another video. But this is kind of the reason that we kind of got to the point where we're, okay, we're going to have to buy this property because of this view. Oh, listen to that. It's up there somewhere. So pretty. So shady, so private. Oh, and I love roots. Roots and rocks are the best. And add moss and I lose my mind. Add birds. Insanity. So I'm very pleased with today. I also added a new, well, I didn't really add it. I just started working on it today. Toward the house is an area that's just a pain in the butt area. There's really nothing you can do with it. And I'm going to make it into a stumpery. It's going to be a stumpery with troughs for succulent plants. And that'll be something I'm working on in the coming weeks. There's another shot of the S. And you can tell we live in civilization with the sirens in the background. It just seems so private until you hear sirens. Anyway, so I'll keep you posted and I'll take some photos and add those with this video later on. Until then, I'm going to enjoy peace and quiet for a few more minutes before I head back down to look at the stumpery area.